Hello everyone. Today we are going to be covering spreadsheets in Paragon. So we are going to be looking at different ways that after you conduct a search, ways that you can create your customized spreadsheet reports with different columns, fields, things of that nature to help potentially provide the results that you're looking for, again, a customized search or a unique customer. So let's go ahead and start getting into today's presentation. In order for me to get to spreadsheets, I'm going to have to create a search. So let me go ahead and click on the search icon. And in today's scenario, we are going to use lots in land. Okay, so now I've got my criteria. What we're going to do is, let's do a basic search under county. Let's go Madison. Let's do a status of active. And let's go for, let's say we're looking maybe for a potential developer or an investor looking for large plots of land. So let's go into acreage and say minimum of 100. Okay, and right now we can see that there are 6 listings out there. So let's go ahead and use this criteria. Again, we could put more in if we wanted to, but for the sake of getting just to the spreadsheets, let's go ahead and click search. There are our 6 results from our spreadsheet, our search, excuse me. So one thing I'd like to point out now is that you'll see that everything is tab oriented in Paragon. So here we have home. We are now in lots and land. And under lots and land, we'll see criteria that we can go back and add, revise to the fields that we've selected for this search. But right now, this is telling us that this is our default MLS defined spreadsheet. Okay, so now if we wanted to customize this spreadsheet, we can certainly do that. Right now, you see that there are a limited amount of fields, but if that's something that we wanted to add to, take a look at reports, the green reports button. I'm going to hit the drop down on here. Then you're going to see that we have underneath our favorites that we have spreadsheets. So you'll have a number of spreadsheets. You can see that I've used some already, but MLS defined spreadsheet for the numbered ones, you should have a number of those if you haven't touched these yet where you can customize your own. So let's go ahead and click on MLS defined spreadsheet 4. Okay, you can now see that it changed from the default to MLS defined spreadsheet 4. Now we have the ability to customize this spreadsheet. So in our toolbar above the search, let's go ahead and look at the customize gear. And in the drop down, I'm going to look at fields. Now in other courses that you may have taken, you'll know right away that Paragon is consistent. When you are customizing anything, this pop-up box will always be the same. And the fact is that in the very top left-hand corner, it's going to tell you what you are customizing. So it's nice for me to know that I'm customizing spreadsheet 4, not my defined spreadsheet, right? So that's good. Also, when you are customizing, all the available fields will be in the left-hand column. Everything that exists right now in the spreadsheet will be on the right-hand side. So all these features or fields right now you're seeing on the right-hand side are all the ones that are at the top of the spreadsheet up behind here, right? So again, in this particular case, we may want to create a spreadsheet for an investor of land parcels, things of that nature. So let's go ahead and just rename the spreadsheet itself. So up in the upper right hand corner, let's do large parcel investor. And we can type in spreadsheet if you want. Okay, so now we know what it is. And now we have the ability to say there may be some things in here that I want to see or I don't really care to see. But let's go ahead and take a look on some of the items that we feel that are important for this spreadsheet on the left-hand column here, right? So again, we can scroll down and find a particular field that we want. So let's say city limits, maybe something that's important for an investor to see. All right, let's see, maybe days on market. All right, that may be something that we want to see. Deed restrictions could be very important. Okay, if we keep farm animals allowed, that could be something we want to see. Frontage is an important one, right? So let's keep on scrolling down. Now again, we can scroll down and select the box that we want, or we could type it in up here and it would pop up in the column below. Let's look at a couple more though. Land use. Okay, let's take a look at that. Lot faces, lot size. Let's go scroll, look at a few more that we think that may be important. Mobile home allowed. Okay. And any other things? Let's see. Let's go. We're almost there. So parcel number, pasture acres could be a very good one. And let's go to. Let's pick one more and just see what we have that there would be. Let's see. Tax amount, tillable acres, topography. Boom. We got a bunch of good ones, right? Again. Now, in order to add these, let's go and hit Add. And everything that I've just selected on the left-hand side has now pulled over to my spreadsheet. Let's go ahead and save it and just see what it looks like. Hit Save. Boom. Now, we have all these new fields in this new spreadsheet. Let's go ahead and take a look at, let's say maybe photos or picture count maybe or something we don't want, or we want to move that's more important. Like price, for instance. Price may be something I want to see closer to the front. I can go into Customize again and move the price field, or I am hovering over price, I am left clicking, and I am dragging over to the front. Price now becomes my first column, and I have a green box that popped up that says Saved. Okay, so what are some other things that I may want to see that MLS number maybe I want to see first? Okay, again, maybe city. Again, just to show you how easy this is to customize. And then let's go acreage. Let's move this over here. So now the way I want to look at this report is price, MLS number, city, county, acreage, and let's go ahead and put in address. Okay, now again, I can move these around if I want to. Let's go ahead and take a look at Customize again and show you how to do it that way. Fields. Now, if I wanted topography moved up, I can click on that, and I can hit in the middle here, move up, or I can simply left click and move up this way. I'm going to put that in front of picture count. And again, let's say lot size may be a big one. I want to go next to, let's say I just want to get rid of, for whatever reason, picture count. I can click on that. Let's go ahead and I'm going to get rid of that and hit Save actually. Let's go and hit Save. Okay, good. Now you can see lot size, topography has moved over, right? Picture count was still there, but if I wanted to get rid of it, we can certainly go back into customization, fields. Let's go back into picture count, which is right here, and hit remove. Let's hit save. Okay, now we've got this all set up. Let's take a look at reports. Excuse me. Okay, so now that I played around with that, this is something I like, I'm comfortable about using. Let's go, I'm gonna go back into, I wanna show you another feature called sort, okay? So if I hit sort, I now have the ability to look at what columns can be presented in a certain fashion. in what I feel is important. So column 1 sort, let's take a look at the drop down and say that I think it's important for me to look at this price-wise, all right? And I want ascending to descending. I want to look at, for whatever reason, let's go lot size, or let's see, let's look at a different one here. Let's go city limits, I think was one maybe. Let's look at city limits and go from ascending to descending. All right, and I'll hit save. So we now have, you can see price has column 1. It's going to go from low to high. We see that here's a 2 under city limits. All right, so let's click on that and see what happens. All right, so now, there we go. If you click on it, it can go from no to yes. All right, same thing can do for acreage. Watch what happens here when I click on acreage. It'll shift from low. Let's see what happens, right? Okay, there we go. 102, 148, 210. So it shifted from low to high. Just by clicking it again, it will now go from high to low. So that's a neat little feature as well while you're working within your spreadsheets. Again, we can look at fields. Okay. Let's take a look at, if we ever wanted to go back, let's say we're all done with this spreadsheet. We're no longer working with large parcel investors anymore, right? If you wanted to, you have the ability to revert back to your default. You can always go back if you feel like you've gone way out into the weeds. You can always select that and you're good to go. Let's go ahead and just hit save of what we have. I want to show you what this looks like now. So let's go ahead and I want to show you this neat little trick. So here's search, lots and land. And I want to go back into last search. Okay, so look at this. So we can go back in here and this is the last search I did. There's my 6. So again, if I ever wanted to save this search, I can hit save search as. I'll save it for myself. Let's say I'm just prospecting large. Let's go large parcel development. Okay. Oh, let's go ahead and correct the spelling on that, right? And so I want to go ahead and hit to save. So now this is one of my save searches. This is great. I'm going to run a search. All right, so now, again, I'm on my MLS defined spreadsheet, right? But if I want to go down to spreadsheets now, look what happened after I get out of there. Large parcel investor spreadsheet. All right, so I'm going to click on that. There's everything that I've saved before. Now, if you really feel this is something you're using on a daily basis or quite a bit, this is something you're focusing on, you're farming, no pun intended, large parcels, let's go ahead and click on reports drop down again. And what we can do is if we hover over large parcel investor spreadsheet, there's a star. You see when I hover it over, it says add to favorites. I'm going to click on that. It is now moved into my favorites. So right now, I don't have to keep digging anymore, do I? So let's see how that looks. So if I close all and I just look under my favorites, there's my large parcel investor spreadsheet. I can even do more with this. I can left click this and drag this up the list and say that I want it in second position. Large parcel investor spreadsheet is now under my favorites. Really easy to see, right? So hopefully that gives you some ways that, again, you have multiple spreadsheets that you can customize. Let's look at it again. By clicking on that, you'll have MLS defined spreadsheets numbered. And you can certainly go in there and create these as you want. Let me show you another trick. Let's go into spreadsheet number 6. Now, I'm going to create, this is just random, folks. So I'm going to go into customize, fields, and I'm just picking the first 5, okay? And I'm going to hit add. And let's do MLS power hour test. Okay, so I'm gonna hit save. Okay, now everything has been pulled in, right? Those 5 fields that I want. Now listen, I don't like this at all. I realize I made a mistake. I don't want to look at this anymore. I want to go back and just see what the original format looked like, right? So let's go back into customize, fields. I can hit revert to default. This will reset the default fields. Would you like to continue? And hit yes. Boom. We are right back where we started from. You've got the MLS defined spreadsheet number 6. Okay, guys, so great way, again, if when you're done using a spreadsheet for a particular client and they want to look at certain fields or you want to look at certain fields and you're done with it, you can always recycle it by reverting back to default. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful about some of the different things you can do with spreadsheets. If you have any questions, please reach out to MLS support at valleymls.com, or you can reach out to Paragon support by calling 877-MLS-HELP. It's been a pleasure. Please take a look at on-demand training so that you can find these courses that we will have readily available. You can click on if you need a refresher. Certainly do that. Let's take a look at it real quick. If we go to, let's click on the hire website. If we go to education, if we look at trainings on demand, you'll see that a lot of the courses that I've recorded have now been uploaded. And again, great little way for when you're working early in the morning or late at night. You don't have to be here for the MLS Power Hours. These will all be uploaded eventually, and you can access these as you need to. So again, thanks so much for reviewing today's Paragon spreadsheet course. Have a great day.